All right, we should be going live right now on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm excited for us to dive in to an awesome Ask Me Anything and an announcement of something really cool that we're doing over on YouTube. So we are live streaming right now on our YouTube channel, which is going to be great. And we're also simultaneously streaming on other platforms as well. We're going to be diving in to some big questions that you happen to have. And you're going to be able to post those in the comments, the chat. We have some pre-submitted questions that people have already put in as well. And we have an exciting announcement and update of something that we have rolled out on YouTube that I think is going to change the game, especially if you are an expert-based business, coach, consultant, course creator, or somebody selling information. There is something new that you can do on YouTube that they've added some new features to called YouTube memberships. I'm going to dive into this first, but if you have questions, let me know down in the comments as we get more people hopping on. I know there's also some pre-submitted questions as well. But the thing that we want to start off with is something brand new that is happening right now on YouTube, which are YouTube memberships and some of the changes that are coming to YouTube memberships. Now, this is really exciting because YouTube allows you to actually create your own members-only area directly inside of YouTube. And that means you now have an opportunity to be able to, on YouTube, create a members community where you can host your course content, your information, your membership elements that you maybe have had on different platforms. Now, there's a lot of great platforms that do that, but here's something really exciting. You now have the ability to create a YouTube membership. And what we're seeing is that is going to be a great way for you to bring in, especially lower ticket or membership buyers into your ecosystem to have them start to consume your content and also have an opportunity for them to join a community where they can get course content, they can have special posts, access, and a whole lot more. So this is something that we have rolled out with our all access membership, which in the past we've hosted on other platforms. And now we're excited to centralize this directly on YouTube. There is a brand new way to be able to do this inside of YouTube. I'm going to be talking about this here. I know some people are hopping in from the different platforms that we're streaming on. If you're joining us now, we are live streaming on YouTube, the Aleric YouTube channel, and we're also live streaming on Facebook and LinkedIn. We're simultaneously streaming on different platforms. So if you want to join us over on YouTube, that's going to be the main area that we're diving into things with. And we're going to do an Ask Me Anything. So if you post your questions in the comments, I'll be diving into those answers. I've got some pre-submitted questions, and I'm going to be pulling it from the different platforms. So wherever you're watching this, we've got some questions on different platforms coming in. But before we get into that, I teased announcing something really exciting that YouTube is doing that I think is going to be a big opportunity for a lot of you, especially if you have a course coaching or consulting style business, or you're an expert-based business owner, is the ability to set up a YouTube membership inside of YouTube, where now when people go to your channel, they're going to have the ability to click the join button and actually join your membership to get access to exclusive content, to be able to then comment and interact with that content, exclusive playlists, which, by the way, you can use to upload entire courses or content that you would otherwise put behind different portals. And you have the ability to interact with those members on YouTube in a way that is going to allow them to be able to experience additional perks and also be able to see the content that you have, everything that you're sharing in one place. So we have launched our all access membership. We actually soft launched this. It's on YouTube. And if you want to check out how this works for yourself, so not a lot of people know that you can do this. I'm going to post a link, and this should pop up in the different platforms here. Actually, I might need Dave, who's in the background, to drop that link in our private chat. And then I'm going to be posting that out for everybody. But we have a special link that you can use to go and see for yourself how these memberships work. So on YouTube, you have the ability to go and subscribe, to be able to click subscribe on YouTube. And that's when you can join and follow along as somebody is posting their different content. We talk a lot about that with some of our content around how to grow and scale a YouTube channel, in addition to the YouTube ads. We dive into YouTube ad side of things here as well. But there is also an opportunity now to join a membership. And that membership allows you to click the join button, which is the bottom of every YouTube video. It's also on the YouTube watch page as well. When they're watching a YouTube video on your YouTube channel page, all they got to do is click join. and that will pop up with a button with a little bit of a trailer. It'll showcase what's inside of that membership. And then when people click join, they can then join your channel and pay a certain amount to actually become a member. Now, in the past, we had a membership that we were selling anywhere from, $99, $199, $299 on different platforms. And now what we're doing is we've actually ported that over to YouTube to centralize it into one place. It's actually a really exciting thing. I don't think I see that in our chat here, so I'm going to grab this link for you real quick. And we'll put this here in the comments right now. So you can see this is the link if you want to go and check this out for yourself and exactly what this looks like. This should be popping up on all of the different platforms, and it's also in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. And the cool thing is, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see that join button underneath as well. So this is a brand new thing that you can utilize to be able to join the membership on the channel and allow you to post exclusive content. So one of the things that we're doing is we've got some of our YouTube ad strategies, our baseline course that we have. Our beginner's guide to YouTube ads is inside of that membership, along with some of our other course content trainings. We recently did a training on Google VO3 and how to actually create AI ad hooks that can outperform some of your existing ads. We put that in. It was formerly a private training that we did. We put that inside of our membership. And we're posting new content consistently every single month, and actually multiple times a month inside of that membership. And that's the same type of thing that you can do as well. So this is something new that we're launching. We're excited about it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go ahead and click that join button. You can see what you're going to get access to: our YouTube ads course, or our YouTube channel strategies, and a whole lot more. And you're also going to be able to experience how the membership works, because that's something we're going to be teaching as well. Now, I want to dive into the Ask Me Anything side of things. And I know that we have a variety of pre-submitted questions and some questions coming in on some of the different platforms. So if you have a specific question, feel free to let us know there in the comments wherever you're watching this. We are mainly streaming on YouTube, but you also find us in some other platforms here as well, Facebook and LinkedIn. One of the first questions that we got is, we're new to YouTube and we'd like to understand how to get more organic social leads from our channel. So that's a great question. So if you're new to YouTube and you're looking to get more organic leads from your channel, we're going to talk about ads in a second here as well. So happy to answer ads questions too. But if you're wondering how to get more leads from your YouTube channel, the big thing is knowing how to actually create content designed to turn viewers into clients. Now, here's another sneak peek. Got my upcoming book, Video Authority, The Art and Science of Converting Viewers into Clients. I cover a lot of this inside of this book as well. You can go to videoauthoritybook.com if you want to sign up for the wait list when this comes out. But what we're doing is there's a way to actually turn viewers into clients, viewers into leads. And it follows a formula that's a little bit different than a lot of what you see on YouTube. So there's a lot of people out there that talk about how to build a really big, more entertainment style channel. But what we want to talk about is how you can build a channel that is designed to actually get new leads and clients. It's more for businesses looking to be able to reach the right people at the right time and attract more of those clients that you're looking for. And so the strategy that we recommend on that side is going to be creating content that follows a structure like this: hook, story, educate, summarize, call to action. That is the framework that we have for a YouTube video that's able to turn viewers into clients. Now, if you've seen me talk before about YouTube ads, I've shared my YouTube ad strategy. It's generated hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue for our clients. We have the hook, educate, call to action. That's our YouTube ad formula. And usually that's about a 2-3 minute long video that follows that value add formula. Now, similar for an organic video on YouTube, but you want to add a couple other pieces in. So the hook pulls people in, and you want that to be aligned with your title, with your thumbnail, and the overall theme of the video are all aligned so people know what they're clicking on, what value they're going to get. Then you want to provide real value. Then you want to actually tell a story. So you want to actually tell a story, pull them in. How did you learn this piece of information? And then provide real value in the educate side of things. Then summarize everything that they've learned and have a clear and concise call to action for them to take action inside of your funnel and to actually opt in and become a lead or book a call, whatever that next step is going to be. So it's hook, story, educate, summarize, call to action. That is what you're going to use when it comes to your YouTube video. So the question was asking about how to get more leads from the channel. We're going to follow the strategy of what to put in the content, but you also want to make sure you're creating content that people actually want to watch. And so that's where actually going in and researching the type of content that people are looking for is going to be so valuable. You want to actually take a look and see what are people in my space likely searching for on YouTube, searching for on Google. We've got a software, keywordsearch.com, that does AI ad targeting, but it also does keyword research for YouTube that'll help you figure out exactly what people are searching for and then create content that's going to appeal to them. And then you want to send them into a funnel, what we call a video conversion funnel. Whether you're running ads or you've got a YouTube channel, we want it all to send people towards a video conversion funnel. And this video conversion funnel, it pulls people in with a standard headline, opt-in, name, email, possibly phone number. They click the button to, opt in, and then they're presented with a video. This is anywhere from a 5 to 20 minute video that feels like a YouTube video, but it actually hits all the right notes to get them to convert, like a video sales letter. So it's like a cross between a YouTube video and a video sales letter designed to get people to convert. And so that's what you want to do, is you want to take them from those ads or from that channel into this video conversion funnel that has that training on it, that's going to provide value and get them to book a call. And that is how you can attract those new clients. So that's that question there. If you're just joining us, feel free to let us know the questions that you have. We also just talked about our YouTube membership, which is something new that YouTube is rolling out. We've been testing, which is really, really exciting here as well. So feel free to let us know your biggest questions down below. We had some pre-submitted questions. We got some questions coming in from different platforms. We're simultaneously streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, I believe, as well, getting all that set up. And we're talking about ways that you can grow and scale your business using YouTube ads, YouTube channel growth, and some of the new strategies that are here as well, because YouTube now allows you to add a membership inside of YouTube. So we're porting some of our member communities over to YouTube, and it is an exciting game changer. So the second question that I see here is, if I'm to follow Ad Outreach's ad process completely, what's the recommended ad spend per month? That's a really good question. A lot of people ask us, okay, what should our ad spend be? Now, it is going to depend on a variety of factors and where your business is at, what you're looking to do, what you're, where you're looking to go. But in general, we have some minimum budgets and some recommended budgets that you can start off with. Of course, as you optimize and scale, the sky's the limit. So it's all about, what do you start off with to be able to test, see what works, and then be able to actually scale up those winners. So in terms of the minimum recommended budget that we would look at, again, we never actually want to just have one campaign. We want to have multiple campaigns. The reason we want to have multiple campaigns is if you just have one campaign, you don't know if that's the best campaign ever, or you don't know if it's the worst campaign ever. What you want to do is you want to have two campaigns so you can always try to beat the control. So if you have one campaign performing and here's where it's performing, and then you have another campaign that's not performing as well, you can get rid of that one. But then you launch another test. Maybe that one doesn't perform as well. You can get rid of it. You launch another test. This one now does better. This is now the control. And if desired, you can turn this one off and try to beat it, and it becomes a ladder where you're always trying to beat the control and actually better your campaigns with the next iteration that you create. So it's something to really, that's really valuable to think about, is making sure that you are having multiple campaigns running at once. Now, what should those budgets be? Well, again, it depends on the type of campaign and what you're looking to target. With standard YouTube ads, which are the demand gen ads, it's a new iteration of YouTube ads. And we have a 2025 YouTube ads strategy video on my YouTube channel. It's the pinned video on the channel that's going to walk you through some of the basics of our overall strategy. And then, of course, inside our membership, we have our more in-depth course content and for our clients as well. But in terms of how to actually go and create those ads and those videos, what you're going to want to be able to do for your ad spend is have at least a minimum on demand gen of $25 per day per campaign across two campaigns. So that would be $50 a day across both of those campaigns. Now, in general, I recommend doing a little bit more, possibly testing a few more campaigns. So we like to start off a lot of our clients at around $100 a day, either 4 $25 a day campaigns or 2 $50 a day campaigns. But again, it's going to depend on exactly where you're at and where you're looking to go. But the exciting part is, once you have those ads going, the next step isn't, okay, how much do I need to spend? As you have that return where a dollar brings in multiple dollars, is how much can I spend? How much can I scale this up? That's when it gets really, really exciting. All right, so the next question I have is, if I'm running similar ads on Facebook and YouTube, do I need different landing pages for each? So this is going to be a good question as well. If you're running, similar, ads on the different platforms. Now, in general, you can actually use a third-party tracking tool to be able to see the analytics of how each ad is performing across the different platforms. However, we do recommend usually cloning the funnel. The reason for that, so let's say you're in Go High Level, you can go and clone the funnel. The reason that we would recommend doing that is because you want to have that end degree of truth to know this lead definitely came from YouTube, this lead definitely came from Facebook. Any of the third-party tracking platforms, they're going to be good. They're going to get you to 95%, let's say, accuracy, but they're not going to be 100% accuracy. So having different funnels is going to allow you to see much more clearly who came from YouTube and who came from Facebook. So that's going to be really, really valuable. All right, we got a question here from YouTube, which is, I believe, Anders Larson's asking, are there more hook strategies I can use? The hook with the promise of value at the end and watch time increases because of that. So that's actually a really great question. Anders is what are some of the different hooks that you can use? Well, there's a few different ones. So what you talked about is the hook with promise of value, but there's also going to be hooks where you can have a pattern interrupt. So for instance, one of our most popular hooks that we've had is YouTube ads beat Facebook ads every time. Let's face it, Facebook ad costs are going through the roof. And even when you have a great ad, they're almost impossible to scale. In this video, I'll show you how you can use YouTube ads to scale your business to 7 or 8 figures. Now, let's break down that hook for a second. What it does is it starts the pattern interrupt. YouTube ads beat Facebook ads. So if somebody's watching, they're going to say, wait a second, I got to watch more of this. Then from there, after you have that, the next piece is you're going to, after you say YouTube ads beat Facebook ads, you're going to be able to then talk about the costs going up. So what are the problems people are facing? Well, the problems that people are facing on Facebook is lead costs are going up. And even when you have great campaigns, they're hard to scale. Well, we can then address that. So even when you have great campaigns, they're hard to scale. Costs are going up. That is now talking about the pain points. And then we talk about the solution, which is in this video, I'm going to show you how you can scale your business 7, 8 figures using YouTube ads, just like the one you're watching right now. So that's one example of a pattern interrupt, and then calling out problems and solution. Now, I know you talked about the hook with the promise of value at the end. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can X, Y, and Z. That's going to be kind of the type of hook you're talking about. There's also other hooks that have curiosity hooks, which start with a what if question. I love these types of hooks because they really just draw out the imagination. Something along the lines of, what if you could ethically hijack your competitor's traffic and send it directly into your own funnel? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do just that using YouTube ads and something called URL affinity audiences, where you can target people based on websites or similar sites that they're going on right now and actually reach the right people at the right time with your ads. So you can see that's a curiosity hook. So we got pattern interrupt. We've got the value style hook that you talked about. We've got a problem solution hook. We've got the curiosity hook. We also have other hooks where you can essentially come in and bust a myth. That's another good one too, right? So if people have a commonly held belief in your industry, you can bust a specific myth that they happen to have as well. So those are a few different examples of hooks that you can be able to test and see which ones might work the best. And let me know if you have any additional follow-up questions to that as well, Anders. That's a really good question. All right. And if you have other questions, let us know in the comments wherever you happen to be watching this. We're going to be pulling those questions in, but we're going to keep diving in from here. So the next question that I see is, I'm the owner of my own business with limited time to learn new things or be the one managing ads. How involved is the ad outreach process and how many hours a week do I need to dedicate to it? So this is a question more around ad outreach and what we're doing and our process. Well, the great news is this is what we're designed to support with, right? We're designed to help make this a more simple process for you to be able to learn our strategies hands-on and also have us help you hands-on. So it's designed to be a hybrid process where we're writing ad scripts, we're making sure that your avatar is dialed in, we've got our funnel templates that we can help set up, so all the pieces that you need. But then the next piece and the next step is making sure that we're targeting the right people at the right time. And we're doing that on our ad clinic calls or with a one-on-one ad strategist, depending on the tier of program that you're in. We're helping you hands-on optimize and scale your ads over time. So it's designed to take a few hours or less per week. And it doesn't have to be you. It could also be somebody on your team. But the question is, what impact is that going to have? What's the return of that time? So you don't want to just look at the return on your money. You want to also look at the return on your time. And when you get this set up the right way, when you have ads humming and they're consistently bringing in new leads and new clients, that is a massive opportunity for you and something that is going to pay dividends long term. All right, let's take a look here at the next question that we have. All right. So somebody says, do I need to have an online course made before I start selling my coaching services online? That's a great question. You actually don't need to have a course already created. And if you're coaching, you can actually launch usually a group coaching program or however you're structuring your overall coaching. And you can create course content as you go. So one of the cool things you could do is if you're launching a new offer, you can actually launch a new offer aligned with you can actually launch a new offer that is almost like a pre-launch, where you can essentially say, you're actually going to be one of the first people to be able to experience this. And we're going to be creating the content as we go. And that means I'm going to work more hands-on with you than I will with anybody else. So you can see how you actually frame the fact that you don't have the course content yet as a positive, because you're going to be building it out alongside them. They're going to be going through the process and you're going to be creating the content as they go. So they're going to be able to have more access to you than anybody ever will in the future. So that's going to be pretty powerful. All right. I see another question here. This is from Lee over on YouTube asking, can you explain the changes between running ads in 2021 and through 2023 versus now? High ticket offer for premium physical training. Has it changed as much as the Facebook Andromeda changes? Some real talk would be appreciated. Yeah. So there definitely are some big changes. And with that, if you don't know how to utilize those changes or best take advantage of these changes, then you could run into problems. But you can also take advantage of them because the changes are either going to be very positive or harmful depending on how you utilize them. So I've been a few different iterations with YouTube ads over the years, and I've been running YouTube ads since 2015. So a decade. I've seen major changes come and go, and we've always been on the cutting edge. So at Outreach, as we saw some of these changes coming, we're constantly iterating and testing. So to take you back in the early days, YouTube ads used to be all about cost per view. So you're paying per view. There wasn't really even an algorithm. You had to optimize them yourself. That's actually one of the ways we got so good at being able to optimize ads is in the early days, I was the algorithm. So then later on, in kind of that period of time, you're talking about 2021 to 2023, the main way that you're running ads were, these true view for action and then, in-stream style ads. And those ads were the standard ones you think about, ads running in front of other videos on YouTube. They're skippable. And you're going to be able to target them not just based on audiences, but also based on placements. So in front of specific videos on YouTube, in front of specific channels, things like that. Well, around that time, around 2022 was the first initial change. They made a shift so that they took away content-based targeting and it shifted to audience targeting. So now instead of targeting in front of specific videos or specific content or specific channels, it shifted over to building out audiences. Now, when that first happened, a lot of people ran into some challenges because they weren't used to that shift. But that's also where we jumped in. We even built our own AI ad targeting software, keywordsearch.com, that does AI ad targeting for YouTube and Google ads that allows us to build those types of audiences. And so there's a big shift from content targeting to audiences. So content targeting is targeting in front of specific videos on YouTube, whereas audience-based targeting is more about who that person is, but you also have intent ways to target audiences. So a lot of people think you just use Google's pre-built audiences. Well, that's one way to do it. But that's kind of like buying the S&P 500. We want alpha returns. And that's where we created our alpha AI targeting strategy that allows you to build your own custom audiences. And you can actually build audiences based on what people are searching for on YouTube, searching for on Google. You can actually build your own custom affinity based on what they're interested in using any keyword. That's the really cool thing. It's not just about specific targeting options. You can actually build your own. But you have to know how to do it. That's the important part. And that's one of the things that we help with. And then the other element is when it comes to those targeting, you can also do URL affinity, which is what I alluded to earlier with the ethically hijack your competitors' traffic. You could actually target people based on websites they're going to by putting those, excuse me, that's how you know we're live. We're sneezing over here. By targeting those using a URL affinity audience based on websites that people have actually gone to before. And then the other big thing that's happened more recently, and this has been 2024 to 2025, another big shift is YouTube has gone from in-stream ads, right, ads in front of videos on YouTube, to now having demand gen, which combines the ads in front of videos on YouTube with short ads that pop up in the shorts feed and ads that can appear in other placements on Google and Gmail, so they can pop up in different places, as well as in-feed ads. These are ads that appear in search results, suggested videos, where you click it and then you get to the video watch page. So that's a whole nother different type of ad that you can use as well. So Lee, that's a really good question. Those are some of the big shifts that have happened over the years with YouTube ads. And what we're seeing now is demand gen and audience targeting, which is the new iteration, which is different than before. It was content targeting and it was all in-stream ads. Now it's got demand gen, which is a variety of different types of ad formats. So shorts, in-stream, and in-feed ads, as well as some other placements. And now it's audience-based. But the audiences can still have intent based on what people are searching for on YouTube and Google. So we're actually seeing that work better if you know how to leverage it the right way. And that's exactly what we're here to support with as well. We talked a little bit about our YouTube channel membership, which we'll drop in the chat. I've got Dave Leake manning the moderation on the YouTube side. So I'm not sure if those comments are going out over on YouTube. And I see another question here we're going to dive into in just a second. But we have our YouTube channel membership, which is something new, which is really exciting. It allows you to click join and actually join our membership and see some of our content. But then also, Lee, with what you're doing as well, especially with a high ticket offer, that's the exact type of thing that we support with. So I'd recommend going to adoutreach.com/apply and booking a strategy call with our team where we can learn a little bit more about exactly what you're doing. And then we can walk you through the changes with demand gen, what that looks like, and also share how we can support you and how we can help. So I'll ask Dave on my team to drop a comment replying to you with the adoutreach.com/apply link to book a strategy call. It's a complimentary strategy call with one of our top YouTube advisors. By the way, this goes for anybody else as well. And then also for everybody, we have our YouTube membership, which is really exciting. It's a way to actually build out a course membership. And we've got our all access membership with some YouTube ads trainings and AI trainings and a whole lot more right here on YouTube. It's something new that we're pioneering, and we're going to be sharing how we're doing it and some of the really cool things you can do coming up shortly here. All right, I see another question on the YouTube side from the Flood Insurance channel. Said, could you do a paper D course on YouTube for it? Okay. Okay, so paper D. Okay, paper D course on YouTube. So if that's a specific insurance type course on YouTube. So if you're asking if you could do like a course inside of a membership or a YouTube ad, there's a couple different questions there, but you could do a course exactly like if you have for your flood insurance company, if you have a course that you want to sell, you could potentially do it with the YouTube membership, and you can actually see how that works when you click the join button. You can see how you can set up a membership. This is actually, we're going to have a whole training on YouTube channel memberships coming up within the next few weeks to month or so here. And it's going to go inside of our membership portal for everybody who's a member to see. But essentially what you can do with the membership is essentially create a course and then upload it to YouTube and gate it behind members only. And then whenever somebody goes to your channel, they click join, they can actually join your membership and join the channel and start to see that content. They get access to exclusive perks, but specifically YouTube content like a course. And you can do it one of two ways. You could either have the course all in one long video and then gate that behind a membership wall, or you could take each individual piece of the course and upload it as individual videos and then use that as a playlist, because you can also have members only playlists on your channel as well. It just depends on how you want to structure that. Now, if you're asking more about running a course, a paper D course as a YouTube ad, so that was how you can do it as a membership, which we talked about earlier. You're looking to do it as an ad. That's also a big opportunity for you as well, because you could target anybody who's searching paper D, anybody who's searching, flood insurance, whatever it happens to be. You can go in and target people who are searching for those specific terms on YouTube or on Google and reach them with your ads to send people to your course. And I'd recommend for that doing it through a video conversion funnel. So they'd see the ad, they'd click the link, they'd opt in, they'd see a video where you can share a little bit more about how it works, and then they can go and either book a call or buy the course. So there you go. Hopefully that helps answer the question. If you got any follow-up questions, let me know there in the chat. We're going to see as more questions come in on YouTube. And we also got some questions on other platforms. We're also live streaming over on Facebook and LinkedIn. But by the way, if you're not watching this on YouTube, that's the main place that we're live streaming. So you can go and check that out. And we've mentioned a couple times our YouTube membership, our all access membership, which we have now set up on YouTube. It's actually really exciting. If you want to be one of the early people, not only to get access to that, but also see how it works, it's definitely something to go ahead and check out. So we got that link there as well. All right. The next question that I see here is, what is the absolute bare minimum I need to start getting clients for my offer? So I'm not sure exactly what they mean there with the bare minimum to get clients, but here's the thing. If you have an expertise, that is the minimum. That's the barrier for entry, right? You have an expertise around something that you can provide to your clients. And so in order to start getting clients online, there's a few different strategies you can utilize. Of course, we talk a lot about ads. That's usually as you're looking to scale up. But if you're looking at the very beginning to start getting new clients, the big way to do that is to share the fact that you have that expertise. Could be on a YouTube channel. You could even use in-feed ads. We talked about that. It's the profitable YouTube, kind of channel cheat code strategy. So using ads that are on YouTube to get your videos in front of more people that appear in search results, suggested videos. That's a big opportunity for you as well. Just kind of getting started and seeing you have a solution. People have a problem. I would definitely start with a YouTube channel, posting on social media, doing daily shorts on YouTube. You can actually link shorts to your long form content. So you do a daily short, you can actually link that to your long form content on YouTube, which is also something powerful you can do as well. All right, the next question I see here is, I've been working on my offer for a few years now, and I still don't think it's clear enough. How can I get clarity on what my offer truly is and who it truly helps? How do I best figure that out? So that's a really great question. And there's actually some really good ways that you can start doing that now with AI. And one of the things that we do with a lot of our clients, when clients first come in, is we help them get clarity on their offer, exactly who they're looking to reach, all of that. That's a big piece of the first part of our process when people come into our Launchpad program. So we've got a Launchpad program inside of Ad Outreach, and that's designed for people who are looking to really kind of launch their ads on YouTube, their YouTube channel, but also make sure that they launch a successful offer. And the way to really look at that is, who are you serving? What makes you unique? What is the core pieces that you can provide, the value that you can provide, and then really distilling that down into one place. The other thing you could do is you could actually go back and forth with your favorite AI tool, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., and essentially have it help you refine that offer over time. So there's different ways to do it. There's AI way. And then, of course, that's something hands-on we help our clients with. But what I'd also recommend for you is, if you're having those types of questions, just go to adoutreach.com/apply, and our marketing strategy advisors are standing by to be able to support you each step of the way. All right, looks like we got a new question on YouTube as well from Anders as well. It says, something I don't understand is how YouTube ads can be profitable. I mean, a big frustration is to wait for YouTube ads to finish. People get indoctrinated to never click on it. What is the psychology? This is a good question. So YouTube ads, I can tell you, are highly profitable. I personally spent over $7 million of my money inside of Ad Outreach on YouTube ads. That's not even money for clients. Those are our own YouTube ads. So trust me, the only reason we would do that is it being quite profitable, and our clients routinely spend millions and millions of dollars, collectively on ads. And so the reason, though, that it works, so we'll talk about why it works and then also how our strategy is different. The reason that it works is YouTube actually wants to reach the people that are interested in that specific video. So the fact that some people are conditioned to skip ads or don't really watch the ad actually works in your favor as an advertiser, because it's training the algorithm who's not interested, and then it will pull in the people that are interested. And if you really think about it, there probably are some ads that you didn't skip right away, or at least an average person gets pulled in by some ads. Now, they might skip a lot of ads. If you think about it, we are constantly, I forget the exact study, but it was something like dozens and dozens and dozens. It might even be close to 100 ads now a day that we see. And if you think about it, most of those ads we don't interact with. Most of those ads we skip. So even if it's not physically clicking a skip button, it might be us walking by a billboard, or us, on Facebook scrolling past a post. It's just on YouTube, it's a little bit more active, where you go and click skip. But here's the thing. You don't need all of those people to watch and engage with the ad to reach some of the right people. So if your ad is so impactful and so valuable, right? And that's how we teach it, as a value ad, that the hook pulls people in, it educates, provides value, and has a call to action, you're going to reach, and it's targeted to the right people, you're going to reach the people that are actually interested in what you do. And there's going to be some degree of those people that click that ad, that opt in and become a client. So that's how YouTube ads work, is you actually want the people that aren't interested to skip, because YouTube's going to show it less to those people and show it to the people that are interested. They're using their own AI algorithm to figure out who those people are. So hopefully that answers that kind of high level question. A lot of people click skip on the ad, but not everybody. And there's a lot of people that will go and watch the ad and then click the call to action and opt in and then become a client. And so those are the people that we're looking to reach. And Google also knows who those people are. You just have to be able to target it the right way. And that's one of the big ways we dive into it. But if you break down advertising, it's all about reaching the right person at the right time with the right message. So if somebody's skipping an ad, it means that you don't have all three of those things. You might be reaching the right person at the right time, but it's the wrong message. So the message doesn't align, so somebody's going to skip. you might reach the wrong person at the right time with the right message, which means it's a great message. It's great. It's the time that they would be interested, but it's not the right person to make this decision. Or you could also reach the right person with the right message, but at the wrong time. Maybe they're, with their watching YouTube with their family, right? As an example, it's the wrong time, right person, right message. You need to reach the right person, the right message at the right time to get somebody to actually pay attention and take action on an ad. So what likely happened with some of those past ads is one of those three things or multiple of those three things wasn't true. And if that's the case, then yeah, they're going to skip or you're going to skip. But when you line up all three of those things, if somebody hops in a video and you have to watch the first 5 seconds and you're, let's say, actually, here's a good example. Basically, let's say you're looking to lose weight, right? And somebody hops in and says, everything you know about counting calories is a lie. You see, if a calorie is a calorie, why can't I just drink 2,000 calories of oil every day and be healthy? Well, clearly, calorie is not a calorie. So there must be something more going on here. And what could that be? And then diving into explaining. So if you've been trying to lose weight for a long time and you've been counting calories and you've been running into problems and you see that ad and then you're getting educated and you're seeing value and you're saying, wait a second, that is true. Now all of a sudden you're sucked in. And then when they say, all right, if you want to learn more, everybody's different. We're going to help you come up with a custom game plan and click the link right here, then people are going to be able to dive into that. So YouTube ads work quite well. If you have more questions around it and you want to know, how that works for your business, you can go to that adoutreach.com/apply and have a conversation with one of our advisors. Or you can also take a look at some of our content on YouTube. We have our complete beginner's guide to YouTube ads as well that walks through. All right. Looks like Andrew's got another follow-up to that. By the way, I don't see all the comments coming in live. I've got a moderator, Dave, sharing these with me. So forgive me if I don't see it right off the bat. So it looks like Anders follows up with that. That is interesting. So then I would imagine that different niches have different probabilities. I would imagine that online marketing is pretty hard because all the dishonesty, quick buck, et cetera. Yeah, exactly. So every market's a little bit different. So things like online marketing and weight loss, those can be really hard industries. That being said, that's where you got to take a different angle or a different approach. So for instance, when we talk about it, we talk about the ethically hijacking competitors' traffic, URL affinity. We take a very educational based approach, or YouTube ads beating Facebook ads, right? People are like, oh, wow, that's interesting. How to learn more about that. So it is going to be a little bit harder sometimes. But the way that you can actually counteract the people that have the quick buck or dishonesty, side of things is by being somebody that has integrity and is an authentic authority. One of the things I actually talk about in my video authority book, which is coming up soon, is becoming an authentic authority, right? So being somebody that is authentic, that's yourself, but you're also clearly an authority. You're providing value, you're educating, but you're also being yourself. You're not trying to be somebody else. You're not being, dishonest with who you are. And people are going to resonate with that. They're going to feel that, whether it's a live stream like this or it's an ad, you having that confidence, you being authentic, they're going to be able to feel that through the screen and be much more likely to want to work with you. But that being said, there's other industries that can be a lot easier to run ads to. But we've done a lot of success with online marketing, ourselves and a lot of our clients as well. And then same thing with some of these trickier industries. So again, I'm not sure what industry you may have shared earlier. I'm not sure what industry you are, but of course, we've got a lot of resources here on the channel, also inside of our membership. And also, you can, of course, always book a strategy call where we can dive in a little bit more and share how we can support. Awesome. And if any of you have any more questions, or Anders, if you got more follow-up questions, feel free to let us know there in the chat. I see some other questions coming through here that we've got both pre-submitted and also coming from other platforms too. The next one, I'm not sure which platform this came from, but it says, in Google Ads, what are the key metrics I should be looking at to see what I need to change or do? So that's a good question as well. So inside of your ads platform, now, of course, YouTube is owned by Google, so it's inside of the Google Ads platform. So you're going to the Google Ads platform. Now, there's a lot of different metrics that you can track and you can look at. One of the big things to really pay attention to, though, is starting with the end in mind. So we want to work our way backwards. So instead of just looking at some of the earlier metrics, we can sometimes be vanity metrics. We want to start with the end in mind. What are we looking to get in terms of an overall return? So how much is the client worth for you, right? So let's just use examples for a higher ticket business. Let's say a client is worth for you $5,000. And let's say you wanted to get a client there And you can potentially get it lower than this, but let's just say $1,000, the 5x return. So spend $1,000 to get a $5,000 client. So you know, okay, that's the return. That's your ROAS, return on ad spend, 5x return on ad spend, $1,000 in, $5,000 out, $4,000 profit, or margin at least, before all your other expenses. So then you look at that and you say, okay, so I need to acquire a client for $1,000. Well, how many sales calls do you need to take to get there? Let's say you have a 25% closing rate. So you might need 4 calls at a 25% closing rate, $250 to get that. By the way, this is a hypothetical example just to illustrate a point. This is not a promise or of any specific results. This is just an example hypothetically. So let's say you needed to do that. Well, now okay, you need book calls at $250 to convert. You have 4 calls, converts into 1 client, $1,000 client, $5,000 out. So now you got the $250, reverse engineering. Okay, you need a book call, but it's not just book call. You need a call that shows up for $250. Let's say you have an 80% show rate. Now roughly, I'm just doing this mental math. You need around $300. It's not going to be that exact amount, but around there, $300 per, sorry, not $300, sorry, $200. Reverse that. $200 is rough math, around $200 per booked call to get 4 to show up. So actually that is exactly what it would be. So $200 per booked call means $250 per live call, means $1,000 per sale, $5,000 out. So now you need to reverse engineer that $200 per call. Well, how many leads turn into a call? By the way, this is one of the biggest metrics that varies depending on the business, right? But let's say you're at a, 15% are going to turn into a booked call. And it could be higher. It could be, usually you wouldn't have much lower than that, but let's just say it's 15%. Well, then what you would need is a $30 lead or less to get those $200 booked calls, to get $250 live calls, to get $1,000 sales, to get a $5,000 client. So now you've got your lead metrics. So you've got all the metrics that you're looking for. Now, how many clicks do you need to get a lead? Is your landing page converting? You want it to convert higher, but let's say it's converting at 20%. If your landing page is converting at 20%, now you know that you need to, for about 1/5 the cost of the $30 lead, you need to get $6 clicks or less. Again, that's your maximum allowable in this. So $6 clicks. Now, we don't really go further back to look at the view rates and stuff. We'll look at that holistically just to compare campaigns. But really, you want to look at all right, what's the click, leads, click cost, click-through rate, lead cost, which you want to get that click-through rate over 1%, right? So click-through rate, click cost, lead cost, call cost, live call cost, and then sale cost. And that's what you want to look at. And then what you can do is you can benchmark your metrics. What is and isn't working? Is your click cost too high? All right, we need a better ad. Is your lead cost too high, but the clicks are good, but it's just that the conversion rate from click to lead is low? Oh, we need to fix the landing page. Or maybe, and this is a very, very common one, your lead cost is good, but your booked call cost is too high. People are only maybe 8% of people who are leads are actually booking a call. All right, well then you need to change the funnel. You need to add a new video conversion training, or you want to potentially add a appointment setter to call some of your leads, right? There's optimizations there. Maybe your sales conversion rate is lower. So there's all these things that you can look at. But when you actually know all your metrics and you manage all of your metrics, you can make a much better view at what's working and not working. All right. And I see another comment from Anders. They spent $100 on Facebook ads, got 1 click, and then they froze your account and paid to unfreeze it. Yeah. So, Facebook, that's why I talk about YouTube ads, beating Facebook. Now, again, I'm not saying Facebook doesn't work. You can run Facebook. We also now on our team, as we've grown and scaled and we've built our team, to support all of our clients, we now have people on our team that can support with meta ads as well. We more holistically are helping with video. But YouTube ads that's our bread and butter, and we just love it, so much more than some of these other platforms. And so I definitely would recommend seeing how you can run YouTube ads to get some of the results that you're looking for. And like I said, if you want to book a strategy call, we can dive a little bit more specifically into your business and how we can support you. I'll have Dave drop that link. It's atoutreach.com/apply. And then, of course, we've got our membership here on YouTube now as well. I know some of you are joining as members, so welcome. If you just joined, welcome. We're excited to have you there. And inside of our YouTube channel membership, we've got exclusive content, our YouTube ads, step-by-step initial training. It's over 5 hours, step-by-step on how that works. And then also AI ad hooks, YouTube channel growth strategies, and very soon, a strategy on how you can build YouTube channel memberships, which we're technically launching right now. So that's why we haven't released that yet, is we're going to be sharing everything that we learn about it. So you have to be a part of that early on and see how it works. We're going to be running ads to it soon as well. Awesome. All right, I see another question here. We've got about 15 minutes left in this live stream. So if you've got other questions, I know there's some coming in different platforms. YouTube's the main one. By the way, if you're watching on other platforms, I know we got people watching on other platforms. Go and check out the YouTube stream. Feel free to comment there. Any questions that you happen to have, and we can dive into that. We got about 15 minutes or so left. I see a couple more questions here that have been submitted on other platforms, pre-submitted. But if you have additional questions as well, let us know, and we'll dive into those. But I see another one here. Ad outreach always promotes high ticket offers and sales calls, but it's 2025. Why is ad outreach so bullish on those two things? So high ticket offers and sales calls. That's a good question, right? So one of the things that I love about higher ticket offers and providing, by the way, that's not the only thing we have, hence the membership, which we'll talk about in a second. But one of the reasons that we love working with a higher ticket offer, both ourselves and also clients, is because we have so much more ability to work hands-on with clients. When somebody comes in, whether it's to Launchpad or Ad Astra, whether we're working one-on-one or they're learning from us in more of a one-on-one support in a group setting, so group style clinic environment, whatever it happens to be, inside of our programs, it's all designed to help them get the best result. And the way that we're able to do that is by working hands-on. And in order to do that, we need to have a team. We've got over 20 people on our team, and how we're able to have a team, that supports our clients so in depth is because we are able to charge a higher rate and give a really great return for our clients. That's what we're looking to do. Again, there's no promises because this is advertising and marketing. And like was shared earlier, right, we always keep everything above board on how we work, but we want to work the best with each of our clients, work with them to get the best results they can possibly get for themselves with their ads. And that's something that we've just done and perfected over time. So we love diving in deep with a smaller group of high-level clients, and we've found that we can just really dive in and get them great results. So that's why we're so bullish on high ticket. And then, of course, the way to sell that is on a consultative sales call. So it's not just your standard sales call. This really is a consultation. We really want the call to also be valuable. We're going to dive in, understand your business, understand the challenges, what's working, what's not working, and then map out a custom game plan and strategy for exactly how to use YouTube ads to get more consistent leads and sales. And if it's a good fit to become a client, then we'll enroll you. But because we have this higher end, higher ticket offer, we're not looking to push anybody to become clients. It's only if they're interested and if it's a good fit. And we're going to be able to uncover that on the call. But even if it's not, we want to point people in the right direction. Now, why not other things? Well, we do have other things. So in the past, we've had our all access membership. Now in the past, we've sold that as much as $299 a month. We've sold it on different platforms. Now we have it here on YouTube for just $99 a month, our all access membership. So people that aren't quite ready for some of our higher ticket offers, we're now hosting it here on YouTube. We talk about the power of YouTube. We are, of course, practicing what we preach. We produce a lot of great content here on YouTube, in addition to running a lot of our own YouTube ads. But in addition to that, we now have our YouTube channel membership, which dives deep into how you can grow and scale your business using the power of YouTube ads, using the power of YouTube, social media, and all of that. You can just click that join button, and you can see how it works. It's actually really cool. This is a whole new way to actually run and advertise on YouTube, and promote your offers and services and business on YouTube. So that's an exciting new thing that we're doing with the membership. We're going to share more about it soon. This is the actual official launch of that here on this AMA. And we're going to be, of course, emailing about it and sharing more details about it soon. All right. Somebody asks, and this I think is one of the last pre-submitted questions here. So if you have any other questions, let us know in the comments and we will dive into those. So somebody asked here, my YouTube channel used to get a ton of new subscribers every month. Then all of a sudden it seems to have stopped. What are some ways you'd recommend reigniting my channel's growth? So that's a really good question. And there's a few key ways that you can go and do that. One of the ways is by just making sure you're covering the basics. So you're creating videos that people actually want to watch, and you can do research around that. There's some cool tools like Answer the Public where you can go and find questions people are asking. Of course, I love our own tool, keywordsearch.com. It allows you to do YouTube keyword research, and you can also get like a trial for a few days on there, keywordsearch.com. And you can see what people are searching for on YouTube, searching for on Google, the types of content that they're watching, and then create content that you know people are going to be interested in, also content that might be trending a little bit more, because when you can see new trends, that's also going to be really valuable for you. Then you want to make sure that the content in the video matches the title, the thumbnail, the description, and especially the first 30 seconds of the video, but then also the whole video needs to align so it's not clickbait. So you got to align all of these things. That's a big mistake people make, is they don't actually align their title with the thumbnail with the first 30 seconds, which again, YouTube rewards watch time. If somebody clicks on the video and they're like, oh, this isn't for me, and they bounce, that's not good. It's going to deprioritize that video. Whereas in the past, it was more based on views. YouTube would see all views the same. So you're getting a lot of views, you'd be good. But now the content matters more than in the past. Also, each individual piece of content matters more. So you're creating content for the overall algorithm, not just for your subscribers. Because subscribers, actually the good news for you is matters a little bit less now than it did in the past. Now it's about each individual piece of content on its own merits. Now, there's one other thing that you can do. We call it the YouTube channel cheat code. And that strategy is actually using in-feed ads. This is a different type of YouTube ad. So we talked about the in-stream, the ones that appear in front of other videos. Demand gen kind of combines a variety of these together. But there's also in-feed ads. These are ads that appear in search results, as suggested videos on YouTube, in the feed as people are scrolling. And you can actually have those ads pop up and advertise the videos that you're producing on YouTube to get them in front of more people with those in-feed ads. So it's actually a really powerful tool that you can use to take these in-feed ads to get in front of people and attract more ideal subscribers. Now, what you want to do, though, with those in-feed ads is make sure that you're targeting them towards the right people based on what they're searching for, the content that they're looking at, and there's a lot of different ways to target it. Now, we have a whole training on that. It's inside of our All Access membership. Of course, we help our clients hands-on with it. But if you're interested in our All Access membership, you can click that link to go ahead and grab that. All right, looks like we got another question here from Anders. Love all the questions coming, which is awesome. So are there any websites that work as an impression engine where people pay with backlinks to get an ad space? Backlinks build trust and feed the engine. YouTube videos as programmatic SEO. So there are backlinking sites. We don't usually recommend those. What we would recommend to grow your YouTube channel and your SEO is what I kind of described earlier, which is creating a video that has an optimized title, optimized thumbnail. The content is going to be optimized too. So it's designed to provide value right off the bat, hook people, draw them in. Now YouTube's looking at the transcripts of all your videos. They're actually using that data as well. And so we want to create a value-driven video there. And then what we can do is you can use those in-feed ads to appear in search results, suggested videos in the feed. And that's basically a way to almost ethically bribe YouTube to show your content in front of more people. That's going to help it grow in its viewership, grow the channel overall. And that should actually get you some of the results you're looking for. YouTube videos in general as an SEO tool is great, especially as more and more people are using AI chatbots. You have a really good point there, Anders. Like YouTube with SEO is so good because in Google search results, YouTube videos are prioritized because Google owns YouTube. And even with chatbots, yes, there's now new AI video things, but it's not as robust yet. So YouTube is still a great way to be able to get in front of people. If they're even typing into ChatGPT, how do you do something? If they want to watch a video, it's going to recommend possibly your video. That's a great question there as well. So we're going to be wrapping up here unless we have any additional questions. It's been fantastic. We've been live streaming over on YouTube. That's the main place we've been live streaming. We're also cross streaming on Facebook and LinkedIn. Hopefully you found this valuable, diving into the questions we're getting on these different platforms, some of the pre-submitted questions that we had as well. And we also launched our YouTube channel membership. So we're going to drop a comment on the different places where you can go to join our YouTube channel membership. It's also in the description as well. The YouTube channel membership is going to give you an opportunity to go and see some of our most value-driven content inside of that membership. It's a new way that you can, basically create content on YouTube and put it behind a membership, pull people in. And our hypothesis and what we're seeing is this can actually even help the organic growth of your channel too. So we're really excited. We're going to keep you updated on that. If you join our membership, welcome. And inside of the membership, you're going to see our video on how you can set up your own membership coming soon in the future as well. Thank you so much for being on here. This has been fantastic. Thank you for everybody that asked questions on all the different places. And if you have additional questions, let us know here in the comments. And even if you're watching this later, we'll jump back in and respond to some of your questions that you have as well. And we will see you in the YouTube channel membership. And If you're interested in a strategy call, you go to adoutreach.com/apply. We'll see you there. Thank you.